Hello, welcome to Take 10 on Tuesdays with the Tennessee Tribune. Today we're interviewing a very special family. This is the Lauderdale family. And we have Dennis, we have Makalyn, who's almost 6, and her mom, Trena. And over the summer of 2014, they learned that Makalyn had Wilms tumor. It's a very rare form of cancer, but it affects African American children disproportionately. So we're going to talk today about how they learned about Wilms tumor and what her course of treatment has been. And today she is cancer free. So, Dad, tell us a little bit about how you learned Makalyn had Wilms tumor and what your reaction was.
Well, July 31st, so Thursday. Woke up around 5:15 a.m. Gonna go to work. To my wife saying that she saw some blood in the toilet.
In the toilet.
Yes, ma'am. We knew who it was, of course, because Makalyn leaves the light on, so she can see her way back to bed. So, got her up, checked her out. Again, she was still in her underwear. Called the doctor. They got an appointment 8 o'clock that morning. We went in. They did a urine sample and didn't see anything other than blood. Did blood work, said it was too much protein in her blood. So they tried to get an appointment with Vanderbilt to go for further testing because they figured it was something in her kidneys that was causing this much blood. So they had told us this Thursday that she probably wouldn't be able to get in until Friday evening or Monday. Well, by the grace of God, we were able to get in at 4 o'clock that afternoon for an ultrasound at Vanderbilt.
Oh, okay.
So we went to Vanderbilt. They did the ultrasound where we found out around 5 that evening that it was the tumor. From Thursday afternoon to Friday, we were in the hospital. They did a CT scan Friday morning, and they notified us and let us know that it was the Wilms tumor.
It's definitely the Wilms tumor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so within 24 hours, your life changed.
Yes, ma'am.
Drastically. So what was the next step that happened at that point?
The next step was surgery, which was that Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So within 2 days later, they removed her kidney?
The entire right kidney.
Her entire right kidney. Okay.
And so she went through recovery. She slept, of course, all day Saturday, most of the day Sunday. She started waking up and was able to move around. We went home. I think that following Friday we went home.
So within a week, you identified it's Wilms tumor.
Yes.
And what exactly is Wilms tumor? I don't think we've explained that. What is Wilms tumor?
It's just a tumor that forms in the kidney. In or around. And with her, it was actually inside. So it was like the size of a grapefruit, and it filled her entire kidney.
Oh.
Her entire kidney. It actually started to we couldn't see it, but it was bulge, and it was kind of hard.
Oh, really?
But, right,
okay.
yes. So we couldn't feel it or see it, but it was there. So once they removed it, they just kind of cut it and sliced it and kind of looked at it a little bit.
The biopsy of it.
And that's when they realized, okay, it was the Wilms tumor, which they really didn't know until they removed it. And so they came out and let us know that it was the Wilms tumor. And her surgeon was actually kind of excited that it was the Wilms tumor because it's curable.
It is curable.
So we were very excited about that.
Yeah. And what I read that it's the rate is 85%.
Right.
As long as it's identified, and usually. It's sometimes picked up in children 2 or 3 years old. So she was a little bit older, age 5, but it's usually before age 8.
Yes.
Now, in the routine pediatric examinations, does Wilms tumor ever come up for you all, or is it hereditary? No.
This is the first time that we've ever heard of it. They did let us know that, like you said, that sometimes this comes from birth. And sometimes, you really don't find out anything about it until the symptoms hit.
And what were the symptoms? What symptoms had you seen?
Just the blood.
Just the
blood.
Then.
So that was it.
That was it.
The
Yes.
blood. Where did this come from? What caused it? Are there other symptoms?
Maybe I guess stomach aches, like frequent stomach aches, like constantly stomach aches. But Kaylin just never really had stomach aches. But I guess kind of looking back. Over time, like she would have nosebleeds, like serious nosebleeds.
And that was also a symptom?
Yes.
It definitely can be. It's just a lot of stuff you just don't want to take lightly. Like, I know sometimes they're like, oh, mama, my stomach hurt. Or, oh, mama, my head hurt. And you're like, well, let me give you this.
Right.
And you'll be okay. But, like, nowadays you just really can't take things lightly because you never know.
So your suggestion to other parents, you may hear that from your young child, that my stomach hurts or my head hurts, push further with your pediatrician.
Definitely. Okay. I mean, you just never know.
And Makalyn, how are you feeling now? Good? Are you feeling pretty good? Yes? Okay. And I hear you have a birthday coming up. How old will you be? Hold it up so we can see it. 6. All right. And you're in first grade now? Kindergarten? Yes? Okay. All right. Now, is she in school now? Is she able to go to school?
Yes.
And she had chemo as well.
She does chemo on Mondays.
So she's still having chemo at this point? When did she start?
She started her first treatment of chemo the week after we came home.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were home for like a whole week, and then she started that Monday.
Okay. So once a week she has chemo.
Yes, ma'am.
And how much longer do you expect that to continue?
They originally gave us the date of, as long as things went as planned, December 22nd would be the final date.
Okay.
We've had a few steps, stones along the way. But of course, through the grace of God, everything is looking up now. So, like I said, she's cancer free, but we still have to go to chemo every other Monday right now.
Every other Monday,
yes,
so it's still through
Yes,
December.
ma'am, all the way through the December. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. All right, and then after that, just periodic checkups to make sure.
Yeah, as of right now, January 12th is looking like the next CT scan to verify that everything is completely still gone. And from there, it'll go to 3 to 6 to 9 month checkups.
Okay. All right, and at this point, so she's cancer free, but she's really not able to go to school, being tutored at home at this point, or?
She does a homebound program, which was ordered by the doctor. So, she's able to go to school like when she feels like it. So it's like pretty much up to her. So she just goes for like a half a day.
Okay.
Not much at all.
Okay. So what would you like to tell other parents about Wilms tumor and what you have learned during Makalyn's journey?
With the Wilms tumor, I can honestly say that I count it a blessing. I know you may look at it and say, well, it's cancer, so how can it be a blessing? But it's taught us so much, like to appreciate small things, small time. It's just a lot that we take for granted. So just be aware. Just be on the lookout. Just be on the lookout.
Okay. Should parents ask for an exam during, as they're taking their children back and forth to the pediatrician for regular checkups? Is it something that we should ask about?
I would definitely ask at least once a year. I don't see why it would hurt anything.
Okay. All right. Push it. And I understand that there is a fund that you've established now to help raise funds. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, there is a GoFund for Makalyn. You can go to GoFundMe.com and just type in Makalyn's journey, and the fund is to just kind of help her to give back. Once she gets, I guess, a certain amount of money raised, she'll be able to give back to children that are in Vanderbilt, like just little tokens that'll help them along the way with their journey and just keep them encouraged.
And during her hospital stay, she was able to get a tablet from another
She
friend?
received a tablet and a teddy bear from Nate's Wishes, and it was very neat. She was very excited about it.
Okay. Does she still have the teddy
Yes.
bear?
Yes.
She does.
Her name is Journey.
Journey? Oh,
Yes.
Okay. Makalyn's Journey. All right. And the website, you just go to
GoFundMe. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and look for Makalyn's Journey. All right. Makalyn, so how are you feeling now? Is there anything you want to tell us? Just look for your journey? No? You don't want us to look for your journey?
You don't? You do.
Okay. And will the fund also help with any medical expenses, or was insurance an issue at all? Or?
Insurance was not an issue.
Great.
It was perfect.
Great. Okay. All right. Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us today and telling us a little bit about Makalyn's story and what she had to go through. Congratulations on being cancer-free. Thank you for tuning in, and go to GoFundMe and look for Makalyn's Journey so you can add to the fund and help other children who may be facing some of the same issues.